All letters shared on the Miserably Married channel are submitted anonymously and shared with permission. Names and identifying details may be changed to protect the privacy of those involved. This content is for storytelling and support purposes only. It is not a substitute for therapy or professional counseling. If you are in crisis, please seek help from a licensed mental health professional. Please note, I am not a therapist. I am Mrs. Unheard, a voice for the voiceless, here to offer perspective, honesty, and a little bit of raw wisdom from one woman to another. Let's dive into today's letter. Dear Mrs. Unheard, thank you so much for taking time to read my letter. I've been carrying this guilt so long, I feel like it's starting to poison everything good in my life. I'm engaged to an amazing Christian man. He loves God, he treats me with respect, and for the first time in a long time, I feel safe and cherished. We've been intentional about doing things God's way, praying together, waiting until marriage, going to premarital counseling, everything like we feel God would call us to do. Early in the relationship, we had the past conversation. How many people have you been with? What kind of history do you have? I told him I slept with two men before him. That part is true. But what I didn't tell him is um, I also have a history with women. I've been sexually involved with three women in my past. These weren't one time experiments, Mrs. Unheard. I had emotional and physical relationships with them. It's something I've buried. I wasn't walking with God at that time. I was searching for connection in a time when I didn't know who I was. And yes, there was brokenness, deep brokenness that led me there. But now I'm scared, Mrs. Unheard. I'm scared that if I tell him, it will change the way he looks at me. I'm scared he'll think I'm dirty, perverted, or worse, that I've been dishonest and manipulative. He's a godly man, but I know he has traditional views. I know he would want to know something like this before marrying me. And yet, I've kept it from him. I've justified it by saying it's the past and I'm a new creation. But the truth is, I've lied by omission. The wedding is in 6 months. Is it too late? Should I tell him now and risk it all or keep it to myself and pray that it never comes up? Please help. Not who he thinks I am. Dear, not who he thinks I am. Wow, you just laid your whole heart on the table. And let me honor that first. It takes real courage to say out loud what shame wants you to keep buried. So thank you. Because if nobody else tells you this, you are not the only one. Let me start with the truth because we need to build from there. You are not unworthy. You are not broken beyond repair, and you are not disqualified. The enemy will try to convince you that your past makes you less than, but what God has forgiven, the world has no right to condemn. That said, forgiveness doesn't counsel accountability, and that's the tension you are sitting in. Here's what's real. This man has the right to know what he's walking into. Not because you owe him every detail, though, but because honesty is the soil that trust grows in. You're not just hiding your past, sister. You're hiding a piece of your healing journey, and that piece matters. Now, I get it. Fear is loud. It whispered things like, if he really knew, he wouldn't want me. What if he thinks I'm still into women? What if this ruins everything we've built? I get it. But sis, let me ask you this. What kind of marriage are you building if the foundation is fear and silence? Do you want to spend the rest of your life waiting for this secret to come out at the wrong time? Or walking on eggshells hoping no one from your past ever reappears? And what if, Just what if this is your opportunity to see if this man can truly love all of you? Not just the Sunday morning version that he wants people to see, but the full testimony of who you've become through the grace of God. Now, I won't lie to you. He may be hurt. He may feel betrayed. He may even pull back or walk away. But that outcome doesn't determine your value, and it does not mean your future is ruined. It might just mean your future is being redefined. If he's the one, he'll wrestle with it, but he'll come back with understanding, prayer, and grace. If he's not, it's better you know that now than after the vows, when silence has already written too many chapters in your story. You want a marriage where you are fully known and fully loved. But you can't have that if you're only giving him a curated version of your past. So, yes, tell him with gentleness, with prayer, and with clarity. Let him see the real you, and then let God handle the rest. Because the version of you that came out of that pain, that healed, redeemed, bold woman you are today, that's a wife worth waiting for. Now, I get it. You may not be able to do this on your own, and you might need the support of a mental health professional. I would encourage you to seek out betterhelp.com or psychologytoday.com. On there, you will be able to find local mental health providers that can support you with walking through your feelings about it all. But again, you're not alone. Your sisters are also here. With deepest compassion, Mrs. Unheard. If you or someone you love is in an emotionally destructive marriage, you are not alone. There is help, there is hope, and there is healing. This space is for you, the unheard woman behind the smile. If this letter spoke something deep inside you and you have a story you'd like to share anonymously, Mrs. Unheard is waiting to listen. Email your letter to mrsunheard@gmail.com to be featured in future episodes. And remember, this content is for storytelling and support only and is not a replacement for therapy or professional guidance. Please seek help from a licensed mental health provider if you are in need.